So right now you're in my toy room and you're looking at my collection, which is mostly 80s toys, things that I had when I was a kid. That's what I collect. I started collecting rare stuff too, just because it was cool. But you know, they didn't have that nostalgia for me. So I kind of stuck with like things I had when I was a kid and kind of went from there, build up those toy lines, things I didn't have. I'm SoCal Shaolin, and these are my top 5 toys in my collection, and I base these 5 on my childhood favorites. So these are my favorites when I was a kid. These are not the actual ones I had when I was a kid. Those were sold off. Growing up, I was the oldest in my family, so my mom, all my toys got taken to my cousins in Mexico. So that's what happened to my childhood toys, but I remember these toys vividly, so these are why they're my favorite. And now as an adult collector, I went back and bought them. I have all the Superpowers toy line, and there's lots of great figures in it, like Cyborg, even Batman and Superman, but my favorite is Plastic Man. He's one of the ones I played with the most when I was a kid, so that's why he is in my top 5. And I used to play with this guy a lot, and all of these toys here in my top 5, I used to take them everywhere we went. I had at least 1 or 2 of these figures with me in the car. This is Captain America from the Secret Wars toy line of the 80s. Another one of my favorite figures. I remember playing with this guy all the time, just fighting with like G.I. Joes. He was always like the hero in my storylines when I was a kid playing. So I used to go to toy stores with my mom, and I used to see him, of course, and like, oh, I want that one. And I think what drew me to this one was I was reading comics as a kid, and Captain America was always like stood out because he's so colorful. There's a star on his chest, and yeah, he was awesome. I remember the old 80s TV show. No, it was a movie where he was on like a motorcycle. I just thought it was really cool. When I was a kid, that movie made by Canon, it was awesome. But now, it's looking back at it, it's a real cheesy movie. It doesn't compare to the Chris Evans Captain America. But as a kid, it was everything. This is He-Man from the Masters of the Universe toy line. He is definitely one of my all-time favorite figures, and out of all the toys I had as a kid, I had the most He-Man figures. I even had Castle Grayskull when I was a kid. I didn't have many play sets, but that was the one play set I did have, and dude, I played with this guy a lot, along with all the other MOTU figures. But He-Man is one of my favorites. Look at him, he just looks awesome. I had one friend growing up when I was a kid that I played with, and at the time I didn't speak much English. I was the first one in my family to learn English, but he had a whole bunch of He-Man figures as well, so we used to get together and play. But I always had He-Man, was always my top choice. Accessories always got lost, especially as a kid playing. You lose them, and then when it was time to put away your toys, you just threw everything in like one box, and you never remember what went with what as a kid. But now as an adult, you try to keep them together, it looks cool. But as a kid, yeah, things got lost all the time. This is the Secret Wars Spider-Man bike. This is made by Buddy L, who made a lot of vehicles for kids, and they ended up making like these Secret Wars vehicles. And Spider-Man's on top. He doesn't really come out, but you don't need to take him out because he's on the bike. He looks cool, and he didn't really have a bike in the comics, but I thought it was awesome that they gave him one. But man, this is one of my favorite toys. I used to take him everywhere in the car. I just remember rolling him everywhere, any surface I could find. I was rolling him, doing like wheelies and stunts with this guy. And Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time, so that's why this is one of my favorites. This is C-3PO from the Kenner Star Wars toy line. One of my all-time favorites. I used to take this guy everywhere. I remember taking him to church and playing with him at church, along with some other Star Wars figures, and the Land Speeder too was another one. But C-3PO was always my favorite because of the color. He's just gold, and he stands out, he's shiny. Definitely a cool figure, and one of my all-time favorites. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 childhood toys. And I am SoCal Shaolin. You can find me on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and I am also on Instagram as well at SoCal Shaolin. I'm definitely happy with my collection now. I'm happy with a lot of the stuff I got when the prices were low, and I got lucky finding them at certain places like thrift stores and swap meets. I think at this point in my collecting, I'm done. I'm not really looking for anything in particular. There are some lines I want to finish, but I'm not actively seeking them anymore. Now I just go to shows and stores, and if I see something I like, I'll buy it, but I don't go hunting for particular things anymore. Kind of it's more for the journey now, going to these shows and meeting up with friends. But as far as like collecting, like with all collectors, of course, space is our biggest enemy. So that's one of the things kind of holding me back. But I'm constantly changing things around in the room, and they'll probably change again from the video you're watching here today, sometime in the future.
Show's over. Come back tomorrow.